It's a pleasure to meet you. I mean, I'm excited to speak about this film, but I do have to tell you both that one of the greatest films in the history of cinema is Eurovision, the story of Fire
Ah,
Saga.
Thank you.
And Ya Ya Ding Dong should have won an Academy Award.
Oh, absolutely.
there's no question. A lot has been written about that.
I'm so excited to speak with you about this film because it's so beautiful and it will undeniably change the lives of people watching it, whether they're cisgender or trans. So throughout this entire process, I want to know, through filming, doing press, what impact have you noticed the film have on those involved and those who have seen it?
Hard to say. I'm sort of waiting for the Netflix factor, the broad release, to see if I can feel it. But definitely after screenings, people are talking to me. People would like to express their own vulnerabilities about similar situations, not just trans issues, but just crises they've been through. And then in terms of lots of parents and children have come up to me to talk to me about how helpful the film is going to be for them. So that's the best feeling you can get.
This film had me smiling from beginning to end. Of course, there were emotional and powerful moments when it shone a spotlight on transphobia and all of the vile anti-trans rhetoric in the United States right now. But overall, it's joyous, it's funny, and it's really heartwarming. So was that important from the start?
Oh yeah, no, my trans experience, I've been out for 3 years and I wake up every morning happy. So I'm not interested in really dwelling in the trauma of, I recognize it. I also recognize that my situation as a fairly privileged person probably has an easier experience than a lot of other people. But in general, I think people need to understand that there's a lot of joy in being trans. We are superior to other people, and I think people need to understand that.
I say this all the time. Being LGBT is amazing, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, of course, that's the way. I mean, that we have to get to a place in this world where everyone, not just LGBTQ, but the cis people in this world need to understand that if you're letting someone live their truth the way they want to, it's better for all of us, not just our group of wonderful people, but everyone. We're here and we're just I don't know, we're making the world a better place.
We, of course, bonded our friendship through humor, and that was always going to be kind of the front-facing part of this documentary. We knew, whenever we talk about anything, we usually end up trying to make each other laugh. And so I think that's what works so well about this, is that we're not getting up on a soapbox in any way. But we're having a very important discussion and interactions throughout this whole film. At the same time, we're still joking in the way that we always have, and it just shows that, to Harper's point, like, if she's full of joy, and then why question her existence? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say that I'm somewhat obsessed with the fact that in the past 4 years, you've done Eurovision, a very, very gay and camp film, Barbie, gay as hell, and now this.
Are you outing Will?
And I'm a producer. I'm a producer on Theater Camp as well.
And that too.
Yes.
Prove my point. Will, are you going to continue waving this rainbow flag? Because I'm loving it.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. You have no idea.
I want him to make a sports movie again. He's getting too gay.
No, I don't want to see any heterosexuality from you again. I've had enough. Harper, in this film, you expressed that you would like to connect with more trans people, just like Dana, and that was one of my favorite parts of the film, actually, seeing you two connect. Is that something you've done yet? Have you managed to connect with more people?
More, yes, absolutely. Yeah, more. I mean, this little run of press and stuff has kept me away from human beings completely. So, except for wonderful reporters. Not only are trans people reaching out to me to connect, which I love, I like, But yes, I've made new friends and have entered into a more queer space, which has always been important to me.
I just can't be in straight spaces again, to be honest with you.
I'm back and forth, and I'd like to leave the straight world completely. But then I'd have to say goodbye to Will, and
Will, you're welcome. You can come into a gay bar anytime.
I love it. Great.
This film will obviously inevitably have a big impact on trans viewers. So I wanted to know if both of you have a message for them, particularly those who might be in a vulnerable state of mind.
Well, safety is important. So
Right.
It depends how where your situation is, what your situation is. I would warn everyone to be careful, but I will also say, for people who are hiding their transness and they want to come out, I can't express enough the joy you're going to feel once you've reached that place. Everyone does this in their own time if they need to. And for those trans people that have come before me and are out there now, I hope they welcome me into their community.
I'm totally unqualified to answer that question.
Yeah.
That having been said,
Oh, geez.
I would say, considering all the factors that Harper just brought up, if you can find the courage to step forward, it will be that much more life-affirming for you.
Finally, I know you have both collaborated on many projects together, including, as we mentioned, Eurovision, one of the greatest films in the history of cinema. So are there any plans for you both to collaborate again in the comedy space like that?
Never. I hope.
Yep.
I would. I don't. The idea of working with him sickens me.
This is a farewell song,
Yeah.
which, it was a good run.
It was a
Right.
good run. It was a fun run, but partnerships have to end.
We will always work together on any sort of project, big or little, and that's actually what I look most forward to, is whatever next we'll collaborate. And it could happen tomorrow or it could happen 2 years from now, but we're always both have each other in mind for the next thing.